Welcome, welcome, boys. Alright, in this video, back with our favorite Mercedes, the C230. And what we're doing today is nothing really mechanical, so thank God for that, right? This thing won't be a pain in my ass for once. What we do have is these really nasty headlights. Also, coincidentally enough, this one's burned out and doesn't work. So, we're going to replace it with our replacement headlamp here. I've already got this out, so there's a little big cover here. As it says, close and open. It's as easy as that. Rotate counterclockwise, pull it off, rotate this slightly counterclockwise, and pull it out, and then we'll pry that off and put the new one in. And then we're going to tape off the edges here, because I'm not pulling these headlights out, so we're going to tape it off to protect the paint. We're going to sand this down, and then it's going to be as clear as our Crown Vic headlights that we did in a previous video. Alright, we got our old one out. Filament's definitely broken. And this just goes in place like that, so if you want to know how to get her done, it just clips in. But in order to get it out of here, I reckon you could just try to grab by the bulb and pull it, but in the case, I actually took these two pry tools, put one on this side and one on the other side, lifted up on this, and then just pulled this whole clip off as one piece. And then got that headlight out that way. So now we'll go ahead and put the new one in. Oh, and I wanted to show you something. If we'll pick this up. Look at this. This freaking wire, these wires are shot. The insulation's like completely hardened to like plastic. And we have exposed wire in here. So I'm going to have to get some electrical tape and tape that up. And I suspect if you... I'm not sure if this Mercedes is from that era or not that had that problem where all the insulation is made out of this biodegradable material, but it has a lot of weird electrical anomalies with it, and I suspect if you start tracing wires all over the place, you're going to find that maybe a bunch of them are corroded like that. Insulation is just rotted off. So I can electrical tape it up, but that's the best I can do. Since it's not cut, I can't shrink wrap it or heat shrink it. And I actually took this off because I wanted to look, because I told her last time after I fixed the crank sensor that this tube was rotten. Maybe on this side. It was rotten somewhere and completely disintegrated, but it looks like she replaced it because it looks brand new and isn't all degraded. So she did take my advice and fix it, so that's good. So I'm guessing this thing runs normal. She hasn't complained since I put the crank sensor in, so, you know, success. But alright, I'm going to electrical tape that up and then we'll put the headlight in. Okay, so we wrapped that up as best as we can, but, I mean, even if you were to follow it down more, it's just, this insulation's disintegrating. So, you know, it's one thing if your wires are chafed, you know, that's something you can stop, prevent, or repair by putting a wire loom or adding some electrical tape or, you know, doing something that would otherwise keep that from happening again. But in the case of this car, when these wires, the insulation is just disintegrating, all the wires getting exposed to the elements, there's nothing you can really do about that. So, I don't know. Soon it might be time to say goodbye to this beast. I'll keep it on the road for as long as I can, but at some point, it will be impossible to really do any more work to it. If you know what I'm saying. Okay. So we'll plug this in, and then we'll see if the headlight works. Alright, that's locked into place. Headlights work. Alright. Moving right along. Okay, so we got her taped off, so that way I don't bump it with our sandpaper here. We're going to start with a 500 grit and see how that goes. If it's not working out the way I want, then we'll go down to 220. But I'm not using the machine this time like I did on the Vic, simply because the headlights are not out of the car. If these were out of the car, I'd just be like, machine it and call it a day, because we all know that I'm lazy and like to do things the easy way. Okay, boys, so check her out. I actually see the bulb in there, and I guess if you get it at the right angle where those little lens refractor dealios aren't, you can see the lens on the headlight side too. So this side compared to that side, looking awfully two-faced. That's okay. We're going to do that side off camera. And this is before the ceramic coat, by the way. So we do still have to ceramic coat that side, but we'll do that after we get this side looking like this side. So halfway done. Well, a little less than halfway technically, but we will get there, boys, through hard work, some elbow grease, and perseverance. We will make it. Okay, both sides are clean, but we'll cut to that once we apply the ceramic coat. So here's what we're applying: our Armor Shield 9, $75 for an itty bitty little bottle of this. Can you believe that crap? But alrighty, it's the only thing we're going to be able to use to make sure that it stays nice and clear. So apply this. You need between 24 and 48 hours for it to completely cure. So hopefully it doesn't rain between now and then, or we'll be doing at least the reapplication again. Won't have to do any more sanding, but you will have to reapply the Armor Shield 9 if it rains on you. So ideally you want to do this and then park it in a garage for a day and a half, 2 days before you're golden, but go ahead and apply it. So we're going to first go horizontally, then vertically, or vice versa, vertical then horizontal. But you want to, the idea being you want to make sure you get complete coverage. So put it on, and then within 1 to 5 minutes, depending on temperature, humidity, etc., you will then buff it off with a clean microfiber towel. So go ahead and get that done. Alright, boys, and there we have it. Headlights are done, both sides. Shiny. Can actually see through it to the bulb. Both sides, both headlights work. Both high beams work, and we managed to replace the tail lights in the back, so now we have reverse lights, brake lights, parking lights, and turn signals. So all is well with the world, it seems. And she'll probably, maybe not so much in the city, notice how well she can see much better at night, because the city's like bright enough you can drive with no headlights on. But if you get out of the city, the dark areas, like down 21 in Jefferson County, you'll notice you can actually see when your headlight beam can exit the lens. So that's it. That's how we restore the headlight lenses on this Mercedes C230 Kompressor. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.